What's up, guys? Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Justin Lucas hanging out with you, and today this is a really exciting day. Yesterday was, I should say. I picked up my brand new Phoenix bass boats. This is a 921 Elite X, and this is actually my 12th Phoenix with the Yamaha now. So I've been running these things for a long time, gone through all the different models, and this one's really cool. And what's cool about this video is normally by the time I do a video, I've already got the boat, you know, all my tackle in it, everything like that. This time, since I just picked it up and my camera guy's here the next day, we're gonna open every compartment, show you everything without anything in the boat, so you can get a really good feel for what exactly this boat looks like if you were to get one brand new. So there's some changes on this boat compared to the past models, really some cosmetic changes, and then just some changes inside the boat that we'll show you. But the whole and the good ride and the amazing ride, I should say, of a Phoenix, the whole underneath the boat is all still the same on the 921. So I think this is gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit longer video, but like I said, it's gonna be very detailed. We're gonna walk you through everything. All right, so let's just start here at the back. Of course, we have a Yamaha. This is a 250 SHO. One cool thing that Phoenix is offering now is the branded leash. So I went ahead and put that on. I have ran these in the past and then I got away from them. And honestly, I'm a dad to two kids now, two young boys, Cooper and Decker, and obviously a husband to my wife as well. That's important, but safety is really important for me now. And not that I didn't think about it before, but as you get older, you realize you're not so invincible. So I did add the leash to this boat, and I'll be putting those on every boat moving forward. I run a 25 pitch stainless steel. This is a T3. This is a new prop from Yamaha. 10-foot power pole blades. I used to be an 8-foot guy. I really liked 8-foot blades, but ever since I switched to the 10s, I haven't gone back to the 8s. The advantage of holding you in water that is 7 to 9 feet deep, to me, outweighs the height of them. That's really the only downside, is the height, and you probably get a little bit more movement, you know, just pivot wise when you do put them down. It doesn't hold you as rock solid. It still holds you great, don't get me wrong, but just because they're longer, the front of the boat might swing just a hair more. But all that stuff doesn't outweigh the depth gain that you get with the 10-footers. So moving right here, you can see this is kind of this is a new look for Phoenix. It's more, you're gonna see a lot more squared off stuff. Some of the C-deck material you're gonna see in the splash well as well, some of that C-deck here on the back. But just this squared offness, that's definitely a new look. And you're gonna see it in the trailer as well. So you look down here, nothing's really rounded anymore. I mean, there's some, you know, of course on the fender, but a lot of squaredness going on, and I think that really gives it a nice kind of modern, sleek look. I like it a lot. These boats are sexy. I mean, they just are. Let's be real with each other. If you look at the seats, these are new, the design of the seats, and they look great, super clean. And one thing I really love, we'll get inside here in a few minutes, but all the fiberglass around the seats now, amazing, so clean. Moving forward to the front, big deal this year on the new boat is they actually took an inch away out of the gunnel on the inside. So does nothing to the outside total width, but it gives you an inch, 2 inches total, inch on both sides. And essentially that's gonna allow you to fit one more rod on each side of the front deck and just have more room. I can already tell, I haven't fished out of this boat yet, but just standing on it in my shop, I can tell it feels like there's more room up here in the front. There's just a lot more carpet space. You don't think 2 inches is much, but when you're so used to fishing out of something that's 2 inches less, you feel the difference. Again, trailer, it's nice squared off. I always get this oversized step right here on the front. I haven't gone to the whole trick step type thing, the walk-up trailer steps. I guess I like to think I'm still young. I'm 39, but I can get it in and out of the boat really easily with this big step, and I do like that. So I always do add the oversized step to my trailer. Love that part. But yeah, that's about it on the outside. Like I said, the underneath is gonna be the same as 921, you know, Elite or Elite 2 like I used to run the past several years. All those main changes are on the inside and just some of the cosmetics. So we're actually gonna just start right here in the front now, and then we'll hop in and show you guys some more changes that are in there, and also just show you exactly how I have it rigged up right now, because this is gonna be how I'm gonna be using it for tournaments this year. So I'm running the Power Pole Move. This will be my 3rd year running the Power Pole Move. It's a 45-inch shaft. I do have 3 graphs on the front, and I use this triple stack mount that comes from the Phoenix factory. So it's really, really solid. I love the mount. I ran it last year. I like this stack, and it's just a nice option that's available from Phoenix without having to put any aftermarket stuff on there. This is the HDS 12, an HDS 16, and an Xplore 12 from Hummingbird. So Lowrance and Hummingbird, that's what I've been running for several years now. I love the forward-facing aspect of scout mode and just true forward-facing of the ActiveTarget 2 units. They're really amazing. I've seen a lot of fish and a lot of structure on scout mode that I wouldn't have caught with just forward-facing. And I used to be a big 360 guy, but this is just, it's more helpful to me because it's live image. I don't have to wait to, oh, there's the rock pile, there's the brush pile, there's that patch of grass. I don't have to wait for it to turn around and show me that. It's live all the time. So it might not draw structure as pretty as 360, but it shows me instantly. And if you know what you're looking for, it makes a big difference. Forward facing, I do like a 16-inch unit. Once I went to a 16, it was really hard for me to go back to a 12. So if you're used to a 12 and you don't want to spend any extra money, stick with your 12. But if you go a 16, you'll never go back. And so this unit is just going to be strictly forward facing, strictly scout. And then the Xplore 12 over here is going to be my mapping and 2D, which I actually use a lot on the Bass Pro Tour because I have to turn these things off for such a big part of every day. But I'm really pumped about this Xplore 12. I have not ran this graph. I've always ran Solix and Apex. Heard a lot of good things about the Xplore 12. Just a faster processor, turns on a lot quicker, thank God. These things did take a while to turn on, but it sounds like these are a lot faster. But yeah, that's it. Power Pole Move. That's the graph system I have. And we'll hop in the boat and start opening these compartments and show you guys what's going on inside. All right, so here on the front deck, we have a, what would you call it? A starboard rod locker. And this is where my ActiveTarget 2 boxes are gonna be mounted. It makes it really easy for me in the Bass Pro Tour to just come in here and undo power or Ethernet, whatever, to turn these things off when I need to turn them off, which is every day. If you look against the wall, I've got my little Hummingbird Ethernet port right there, and that connects my 2 graphs that are at the console. We'll show you guys those in a minute. But that connects those 2 graphs to this up here, so when I drop a waypoint on the back with side image or whatever, it's gonna show to my graph up front. But yeah, that's it in that box. You get in this one right here, this is a day box. There's no gasket on this one, but it's just a nice, easy day box to open. I like that you have the tray here, so any plastics that I'm gonna be using throughout the day is probably where I'll keep these. All my power bait and max scent and stuff, I'll throw in there. And that way when I need one, I just grab it real quick. There's extra storage underneath there, which is really nice. I'll probably have who knows what in there at this point. This is gonna be a new system for me because I've always ran the dual boxes and I've really loved the dual boxes, but I have this boat pre-sold, so that's what the guy wanted. And hey, if you got a boat pre-sold, you might as well run it, in my opinion on that. So this is your port side rod locker. They did away with those individual tubes, which I always took out anyways. So I like this big open space. You still have a little rack system here on the back where you can put all the butts of your rods in there. Typically I can fit about, I don't know, 25 rods or so, probably somewhere around there, somewhere between 20 and upper 20s in a box, in this rod box, which is really nice. I love Love how deep it is, love how open it is, and I can just fit a lot of stuff in there. That's really helpful. This big center box here, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about having a big center box. Like I said, I've always ran the dual boxes on the front deck, but I do like, here's what I don't like about a big center box. I'm a shorter guy, so like reaching up there is gonna be a little bit tougher for me. But if I put things up there that I'm not really grabbing that often, you know, like, I don't know, rain gear, stuff that's not heavy either. I don't want a lot of weight towards the front of the boat, but extra line, like bulk line up there, rain gear, just some of the bulkier stuff that I'm not grabbing all the time, I think this is gonna work out great. One thing that I really do like is how many boxes I'm gonna be able to fit through this section without having a space there. So it's gonna be different for me, but I think I'm gonna really like it. I just gotta figure out my system and how I'm gonna do everything. But a lot of storage on the sides as well. So this is a huge box. I mean, massive. You're gonna be able to fit a lot of gear in there. As with every other Phoenix I've ever owned, you still have your tool holders over there. So pliers, split ring pliers, scissors, all that stuff. I actually feel like they cut into the console a little and I have a little more space, which is nice. These little tray boxes that were here are now gone. So this is a new deal. This is a pull-out drawer system. I'm personally a big fan of this. I really like this. It's nice and clean. Not that I don't like the trays up here, but I just love how this tucks away and then nothing lifts up right here. So it seems really sturdy. I think this is gonna be a really cool deal down there. I'm really excited to figure out how I'm gonna use that new tray system right there. Of course, we still have a passenger rod box over here. I don't know how many people actually use it as a rod box. I don't. I always put either extra life jacket in there, my throw cushions, fire extinguisher, just things that I don't really have to get into a box very often for at all. I don't get in this box very often. Very rarely, I would say, to be honest with you. So back here at the console, one thing I want to point out. I know this seems so simple, but I'm so fired up about this. You guys got to come over here and see this. So the shroud now at the console, all of these bolts through here are through bolted. So there's no screws that can come out, say in rough water or something like that. This thing is like as rock solid as you could possibly get a console. I don't even know if you could break that if you tried. However many screws, I think there's like probably 8 or 9 of them in there total. That thing is stout. So I love that. Really excited about that. As far as graphs go at the console, 2 Xplore 12s. So like we mentioned up front, we have that Xplore 12 up there. These 2 units are gonna talk to each other through Ethernet. I'll use this one for mapping and 2D and down image, and then this one right here strictly as a side image unit. Of course, I run the Yamaha gauges because I love being able to see how many gallons I burn. That's really important for me. So if you're a Yamaha guy, or you know, that you can always add these gauges if you want to, but it's important for me to always reset, you know, my gallons every time I fill up the boat. And then even if I just go out and practice one day and I'm curious in my head, like, I don't want to think about how many gallons I burn. I want to know, okay, I only burned 16.2 gallons today. I don't even need to go to the gas station tonight. Like that to me is, I like that. It's something simple, but it matters. And it also shows you your hours so you know when to change the oil and everything. I still do the toggle switches over here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But yeah, I just do these toggle switches. And they have push switches if you like those. But I've never had a problem with a single switch in 11 years of owning these boats, so I really haven't ever felt like I needed to do anything different there. C-deck on the floor. Have not done this before. I've always been a carpet guy, and the gentleman that's buying this boat, he wanted C-deck down here. He talked me into it. A couple other guys talked me into it. So next year, I'll let you know what I think about that. Right now, I'm unsure. I love carpet down here, but we'll get used to it. It'll be fine. Center box. I like that they added this lip through here. I feel like this thing is gonna be really, really waterproof now. Of course, if you open it in the rain, you're still gonna get some water in there. But that thing, it closes really nice. It's got this drainage, these drains down here, go into the back. So I think that's gonna be great. Love that, always have. So another big change I talked about from the outside of the boat is all the fiberglass that's down here around the seats. No more carpet around the seats. This is all nice fiberglass, super clean. And I'm a big fan of that look. I think it looks great. I just love clean looking things, and that to me is amazing looking. So really a big fan of that. Big fan of the new seats. Those look really good. All right, here on the back of the boat, this is all gonna be the same. If you've been in any other Phoenix, these compartments, no different. Nice big waterproof compartments, nice big Livewells. Phoenix Livewells are awesome. You still have the air intake over here on each side for each Livewell. So fish do really well in these Livewells. That box, same deal as the other side. I put a lot of tackle back here on this side, a lot of my heavier tackle, and I was a co-angler one time, so I know what it's like to have an open compartment. So I do, for anybody that ever comes riding with me, I try to keep as much open space as I can. Sometimes I have some extra baits and extra boxes and things in there, but I do try and keep that open for everyone. All right, so last box back here in the back. This is how new it is. I don't even have my batteries in here yet, but we have some MillerTech lithium batteries and a MillerTech AGM I'm gonna put back here. So I'm gonna have a total of 5 batteries, but we have the 1 pump from PowerPole, which is really nice now. Both these power poles run off of 1 pump, super cool. We have the E2 wiring harness from Phoenix, which is a great option, so you don't have to go out there and buy an aftermarket wiring harness. They'll install one straight from the factory, and it's just gonna help keep all your voltage really high on your graphs, which is important for forward-facing sonar. Over here, we'll have our 236 volt MillerTech lithiums ran in parallel. And then on the cranking side, we'll have 2 135s for electronics and the AGM to start the big motor. And then against the far wall back there, we have a power pole charge still. It's nice, tucked up, really back there, out of the way. But that power pole charge has been a great system for me, charging my batteries and everything the past several years. So, man, that's it. That is about as full of a tour as you can get of a new 921 Elite X. A lot of cosmetic changes that look really great, nice, modern, sleek. The console change with those through bolts, super pumped about. The wider deck. I always think, like, how are they gonna make this boat any better? And then they figure out a few things to make it better. So absolutely love a Phoenix. If you guys have any questions about one, leave a comment down below. If you're looking for one, looking even for a used one or a new one, you can leave a comment down below. I can help point you in the right direction. But yeah, man, these boats are unreal. I cannot wait to get the batteries in this thing, get it in the water. We're gonna have to do a little break-in period on this Yamaha. It'll be an hour of idle, another hour of basically just plowing the boat without getting on pad. And then those hours 2 to 10, you can pretty much do anything, just not running at wide open throttle, I think, for more than 5 minutes. So it's a pretty easy break-in process. Pretty amazing to be able to say now, I've had 11 Yamahas, this is my 12th, and I've never had one leave me stranded. That many different motors, but of course all the same motor, but I've never had one leave me stranded. And except when I ran out of gas, that was my fault. But other than that, these motors are unbelievably reliable. So I do the same break-in process every year, never had a problem. We're gonna be doing that again here in a couple days, getting this thing ready. So that's it, guys. That's a 921 Elite X, a 2026. It's a beautiful boat from Phoenix. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment below. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you guys next time.